Hello everyone. Now Mumbai University has announced your exams for FY BCom students, and in your semester 1 you have unit 5, which is reading thematic maps and map filling. So, we are going to talk about this subject in this video. What was the paper pattern of Mumbai University when your tests were descriptive? In your descriptive paper pattern, your first question of your question paper was based on thematic map and map filling. So question number A 1A used to be thematic map, which was for 10 marks, and question number 1B was for map filling, which was for 10 marks. But now the situation is different. Because of this pandemic situation, we are going to conduct this test online. So in online test, you will be having multiple choice question pattern, and you will be asked 10 questions out of total 50 questions that you have to attempt. Questions based on thematic map and map filling. So these questions will be mixed type. And how these questions can be asked, that we will see in the upcoming video. First, we will try to understand what is thematic map and what is map filling technique. Okay, so whether the test is descriptive or the test is objective type, we will try to understand the whole topic. And at the end of this video, I will tell you for your upcoming examinations what all things you can prepare, what all questions can be asked in your examinations. Okay, so what is thematic map? For knowing this, first we have to know what is map. Map is a graphic representation of the features of Earth's surface. So whatever is there on Earth's surface, whether it is a forest, whether these are mineral resources or different deserts around the world, all these things can be drawn and shown on a piece of paper. We can call that as map. What is thematic map? Whenever a particular theme is shown in the map, then we can call that map as thematic map. For example, if temperature conditions of various regions is shown inside a world map, we can call theme of that map as a temperature pattern of world. What is map reading? Map reading is trying to get to know the information provided inside this map. All these definitions are very important to know. Objective type of questions can be asked based on these definitions also. So, in the thematic map, now in this map, what is shown? Land use planning in India. So, how land is utilized, or what is the pattern of land in India? And for reading this map, we need to know two important things. Or reading any of the map, we need to know two important things. What are these two important things? Scale and key or legend. So you can see various colors here in this India map. Yellow color, green color. You will not understand the meaning of it if there is no legend or key. Okay, so this legend tells us that yellow color represents arable land. Because of this, we understand that this much amount of land is covered by arable land. This much amount of land is green in color, so it is having forest area. So this was about legend. What about scale? How scale helps us? So in this map, you can see here in this map, a small 1 centimeter line is shown, and above that 10 meters is written. So 1 centimeter line on that piece of paper, on that map, represents 10 meters of distance in actual location. So the ratio between distance on the map and the corresponding distance on the ground is called as scale. These two things are very important while reading the map. What all other things that you need to know before reading a map? So you need to know the directions. Upward is north direction, downward is south direction. Your left hand is west and your right hand is east. Okay. The imaginary line that divides earth into two equal halves is called as equator. So north part above equator is called as northern hemisphere, and south part below the equator is called as southern hemisphere. A lot of questions used to be asked from this point of view. What all countries show maximum number of coal production in northern hemisphere? Which countries have high temperature in southern hemisphere? So first you need to know these terminologies. That's why these are some of the very basic things that you need to know before reading world map. Now, what are environmental maps and why are we learning these types of maps under environmental science? So environmental maps, they have themes based on environmental features. Like here in this map, we can see actual forest area in year 2000. What will be the percentage of forest area in year 2050, and what is the projected forest area in year 2100. So this map can be called as projected forest area map of the world, and this is a type of environmental map because it shows environmental features. Now we are talking about thematic maps, and first and foremost question that is asked in the descriptive type of examination on thematic maps is that what is the theme of this map? Now looking at this map, you can tell that theme of this map is drought outlook. So which areas are severely affected by droughts, which areas are moderately affected by droughts, which are not at all affected by droughts. All these information you can get from this type of graph. So what is the theme of the map, and which is the cartographic technique of the map is another very famous and very favorite question of examiners. The cartographic technique, there are various cartographic techniques as you can see on this slide. Located bar, located circles, pie charts, isoplate, chloroplate. So we will see these techniques one by one. How can you know which kind of cartographic technique is used in the given map? Now this is your world map showing bars. So this is cartographic technique is located bar, and what is the theme of the map? Theme of the map is literacy rate of selected countries. Now in such type of map, in descriptive type of questions, some questions can be asked such as what is the literacy rate of Mexico, what is the literacy rate of Australia, okay, combined literacy rate of Asia shown in the map. So here you have to compare these bars with the bars given in the scale, and you will get the answer in this map. Similarly, located circles. Instead of using bars, circles are drawn which represent certain values, and these values are given in the scale of the map. So you can see in the left hand side there are total number of companies which are shown in the scale, and if you see in India there are 56 companies. If you see in China, there are 232 companies. So you need to know some important locations also, like India, Saudi Arabia, China, Australia, South Africa, Brazil, USA, Canada, Mexico, Japan, Russia. Such kind of locations you need to know while reading your map, and you will do it while studying map filling techniques. So both these topics go hand in hand. Located pie chart. Now you all know what pie chart is. You also learn it in your economics subject. And how you can understand the pie chart, instead of bars or circle in this type of map, you will see located pie charts. Okay, and this shows the value of many objects at one point. Like in this map, they are showing percentage of arable land as well as percentage of non-arable land in one single pie diagram. Okay, so how you can read or how you can calculate percentage in pie chart? Angle of full circle is 360. You first calculate angle of your desired area by using protractor. If this angle is, say for example, 110 degrees, Then out of 360 degrees, 110 degrees is occupied by your area. So divide 110 by 360, and to find out percentage, multiply it with 100 and you will get the answer. So 30% of the area can be occupied by arable land or non-arable land. You can find out the answers for such types of questions. I'm not going too much in depth. I'm not asking you many questions based on these maps. For that, you have to solve workbook of various publications which are available in the market. You have to solve workbook. You will be able to read those maps very easily once you know all these basic things. I am just touching upon all the cartographic techniques. I am just telling you all the basics of reading map. This will help you in solving your questions on your own, and this will help you giving an idea if any questions of objective types will be asked in this upcoming examination. So it will help you to solve those questions. Okay, so isopleth. What is isopleth? It shows the distribution of any character. Like if we say temperature. Now temperature is everywhere. Only in India we find temperature and there is no temperature in China. It is not the case. Temperature is everywhere. North Pole, South Pole, both the ends in this world map are occupied by cold temperature conditions. Those countries which are near the equator, they are having high temperature condition and high rainfall pattern. We have seen why this is the case in unit number 1. So for understanding that, please see my previous videos and you will understand why such kind of temperature condition exist all around the world. So temperature is such character which will be same in all the areas near the pole, in all the areas near the equator. So such kind of properties are shown by using isopleths. Or atmospheric pollution. Now if you do pollution in India, it will not stay just here in Indian atmosphere. It is going to go up in the sky. It is going to spread all over the world, right? So in this map, they are showing pH concentration of the SO2 pollutant. So SO2 is spread all over the world, and what is the pH concentration about every country is shown in the map. Okay, so such kind of properties are shown by using isopleths. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such videos.